now, away we go on the Wednesday edition, Mr. Irrelevant. I'm Alex Strouf with you from the Gerber Law Offices. One call, that's all studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Josh DiMaggio on dog duty today. So no Josh. Hunter's on his pre-football season sabbatical. He'll rejoin us sometime next week. So it's just me and Will today. Will Sommers, full-time Will, who I helped move on Monday, might I add. God, am I a good guy. Right, Will?
I very much appreciated it. It sucked.
It was not fun.
It sucked.
It wasn't fun.
It was so hot.
It was really warm out.
It was the second story of an apartment building with not a very, we'll say, spacious staircase.
No, we ripped up the wall a little bit. We could be honest. Especially when we moved the couch. Allegedly.
No, that was already there when we got there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I still can't get over your love sack, which is a giant beanbag. Can you tell me this? I don't know. I don't want to go too far, but how did you acquire said love sack?
I was acquaintances with one person who I am no longer acquaintances for, but before I was no longer an acquaintance with them, I purchased the love sack off of them for $100. And it is the most comfortable piece of furniture I own.
I don't know if acquaintance is the right word for this person.
It was a love interest, potentially.
Yeah, you bought a love sack from your ex-girlfriend.
I'm bobbing and weaving here.
Yeah, okay. And the thing with you is, we're getting stuff done, man. Right? Like we're moving you. We're unloading a giant U-Haul that you had me drive because you were scared to drive it.
I mean, it was massive, wasn't it?
It was large, but it wasn't that hard to drive. And you kept making comments when we were lifting heavy things that made me laugh to the point where I would drop said heavy things. And we almost had a fatality with the television at one point.
Well, I don't see how this is my fault. I'm just trying to lighten the mood, and then you just started dropping things and then blaming it on me for making you laugh.
You said, with your love sack, you said, and I quote, "This thing is like Jell-O. It conforms."
I stand by that. It does conform. That was a fact. I wasn't trying to be funny. And then you made me drag it through the hallway, and then everyone's like, oh, the love sack's gross. But it's like, yeah, Strouf did not help me carry it. He was just standing there laughing, taking videos of me.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you are now selling the love sack?
It will be on Facebook Marketplace later today, hopefully. Stay tuned. If you're interested in buying it, please take it from me. It's way too big, and I don't have enough room for it.
What's the price point for this?
I don't know. I'm thinking of just selling it for really cheap so I can get rid of it. I don't really care that much. I honestly looked into just like giving it away to charity or something, which I still might do. I just want to get rid of it. Yeah, it is like you've seen it. It's a burden.
It's huge. I mean, there's no better way to describe it as a giant ass beanbag.
It's way too big. It filled up my entire closet. That was the only place I could put it.
Unreal. All right. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, we had a good time.
It was an experience.
It was. That's one way to put it. Yeah, it was an experience.
We had fun. At times.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. But anyway. All right, let's talk about the Milwaukee Brewers because what they are doing is absolutely unbelievable. They have the best record in baseball, 64-43 now, after another defeat of the Chicago Cubs. Back-to-back wins over the Cubs. They win the series. They have a 2-game lead in the NL Central entering the series nightcap, if you will, later this afternoon at AmFam Field. I asked Ben Brust earlier today, I said, are the Brewers amazing? And he said, I don't think amazing is a strong enough word. And I think that's the best way to put it.
They're a team of destiny.
They certainly might be. They get the spirit of Bob Uecker after, obviously, he passed away earlier this year. I mean, I can't believe what we're witnessing. I said it a few weeks ago. You know, we are witnessing a team that can hang with anybody, and that is World Series good. And they just continue to back that statement up. They scratch and claw and find ways to win baseball games. But it's not even just that I'm so amused by and so fascinated by. It's the unsung heroes. It's the guys that you don't expect stepping up. Like, Isaac Collins is just a big game player. It's a statement of fact. That guy just shows up in big moments. Sal Frelick hitting a home run on Monday night. right? That's a guy who doesn't hit home runs, and he's been done better this season, right? He bulked up in the offseason, as we talked about many times on this program with my favorite player, Sal Frelick. But he hits a big one on Monday night, his 8th of the season. Caleb Durbin's been good in stretches. But nobody, debatably, bigger for the Brewers the last month, at least offensively, than Andrew Vaughn. And I just want to recap the Andrew Vaughn story for you, because I'm going to advocate for something in a moment with the Andrew Vaughn trade. But I need you to understand how ridiculous what he is doing is, okay? He has played 15 games with the Brewers, just 15. 15 games with the Brewers, Andrew Vaughn has. Former first-round pick, was bad with the White Sox for the last several seasons.
Golden Spikes winner.
Golden Spikes winner. Yep, best collegiate baseball player.
Yeah. Baseball Heisman.
Baseball Heisman. He won that, right? He was the number 3 overall pick.
Yeah.
Came in with a ton of expectations. He was a really good college baseball player. He's a good baseball player, as we're seeing now. But what he's doing is Barry Bonds-esque, and that is not a joke. He is playing as well as Barry Bonds offensively in this stretch of 15 games. For reference, Andrew Vaughn played 48 games this season for the Chicago White Sox. He has played 15 for the Brewers, so he played 3 times as many games for the White Sox. He has more RBI with the Brewers. He has as many home runs with the Brewers. 5 home runs. And he has 137 less at-bats. 137, he has more RBI. 21 RBI in 15 games. Can we talk about how ridiculous that is? He's so good. 375 average. This guy is like literally Barry Bonds. I'm not kidding when I say, I know that seems ridiculous, but he's Barry Bonds. Andrew Vaughn might be the greatest baseball player ever. I know that sounds ridiculous, but if this stretch maintains, because what everybody said about Andrew Vaughn since he was traded for, which we will get back to in a moment, what everybody has said about Andrew Vaughn is, well, yeah, he's playing well now, but he's going to come down to earth. Will, you're a White Sox fan. Your dad's a White Sox fan. He's been in my mentions every day about Andrew Vaughn. Your dad has been, who we love, Dan the Man. He has said multiple times, yeah, it's Andrew Vaughn, though. He's going to come back down to earth. It's Andrew Vaughn. It's the Andrew Vaughn experience. Andrew Vaughn is the best player in the world right now. I know I'm being a little facetious when I say it, a little tongue-in-cheek. But I'm starting to think at this point, as I shake the computer monitors in front of me, that this doesn't need to end. Andrew Vaughn was the best player in college baseball at one point in his career. He might actually be legit. He might be the bat the Brewers were looking for. Now, I hope the Brewers, with the trade deadline coming tomorrow, I hope the Brewers don't say, well, look what Andrew Vaughn's done. He's our big bat. This is what we got. We got what we need. We don't need to do anything at the deadline. I don't think that's the move, because you got to go all in. This is the best team in baseball. They have a legitimate chance to win the World Series. But Andrew Vaughn is Barry Bonds' level of good. Will, what's the stat? Do you know it off the top of your head?
Only 2 MLB players have put up the following numbers over their first 10 home games with the team, and this is since RBIs became official in 1920. A 475-plus batting average, 1,000-plus slugging percentage, 15-plus RBIs. Those 2 players are Barry Bonds with the Giants in 1993 and Andrew Vaughn with the Brewers in 2025. It's pretty good company.
Just let that sink in for a moment. Just let that sink in. He's been that good. And this is a guy. Okay, now, I legitimately am going to advocate for a moment that the Brewers, if they win the World Series, they should build an Aaron Savali statue. They should give Cavalier Johnson, who is the mayor of Milwaukee, should give Aaron Savali a key to the city. He's been that good. So Aaron Savali, you remember this a couple months ago, when Jacob Mizorowski, the Miz, was called up from AAA. The Brewers told Savali, hey, we're going to work you out of the bullpen. We're going to put you in relief, maybe long relief. And he said, I don't think so. I want to be a starter. Trade me, please. And the Brewers, on his 30th birthday, obliged. They sent him to Chicago, the White Sox, one of the worst teams in baseball. Sorry, Will. One of the worst teams in baseball. And in return, they got a number 3 overall pick from years ago who has done nothing but disappoint and underperform in Chicago. And we say it all the time in sports, a change of scenery can be good for people. Well, it certainly was for Andrew Vaughn. He's got his spark back. He's amazing now. 375 average, 5 home runs, 21 RBI in 15 games with the Brewers. He's hitting like one of the best players in baseball since he's joined Milwaukee. So, Aaron Savali, I thank you. I thank your ego. Thank you, Savali. They should build him a statue if they win the World Series.
I think I said this morning. I don't think there's one member of the Brewers front office that can take credit for this trade, right?
No.
Like, this was all Aaron Savali.
Well,
and Andrew Vaughn, mind you, was in AAA at the time they traded him and started.
Milwaukee Brewers, they consistently do it. Mizorowski is obviously a part of that, right? A guy that's come all the way up from being a draft pick years ago. With Andrew Vaughn, I think it's obvious that the talent was there, right? You don't win, what is it, the Gold Spikes? Is that right?
Golden Spikes.
Golden Spikes. You don't win that. If you're obviously not, you don't win that unless you're amazing. And he was amazing in his collegiate career. So they knew the talent was there, but it just hasn't come out in the several years he was with the White Sox in AAA or whatever. What's happening right now? Ben Brust is here. Give us a second. Are you coming on the show? Okay, great. Ben Brust is joining us, former Wisconsin basketball hooper, host of Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. I think he hears me comparing Andrew Vaughn to Barry Bonds, and he's fired up. You're good to go. What's up?
Brewers!
Brewers! You couldn't wait until 2. Oh, wait, you have money.
Yeah, so you owe me $10. I threw you a little bit on our bet, so consider this the 10 that you owe me. $32 free dollars.
Wow. Unbelievable. Thank you.
All because
the
Brewers scored over 4.5 runs.
Let's go. So here's my issue. I want you to go back to Pato.
I don't an intern?
Yeah, dude. Well, he's full-time Will for a reason. I'm just talking about, number one, if the Brewers win the World Series, Aaron Savali statue, you in?
Something. A plaque. Like, statues.
They should put him on the Walk of Fame.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, people could take pictures.
I don't know if there's ever been an active player inducted into the Walk of Fame. They should do it with him if they win the World Series.
In July, he had a 1,200 OPS.
Yeah, he's still hitting a 375 average. He has played.
Understand.
He has had 137 less at bats in Milwaukee than he did in Chicago this season. He has 2 more RBI.
It's RBI.
RBI, yeah. Runs batted in.
RBIs.
It's not runs batted ins.
I know, but it rolls off the tongue better.
Will, you're a baseball guy. It's RBI singular, right?
RBIs, plural.
That's
Plural.
wrong. That's incorrect.
Yeah, but he's a journalist. You just ask the baseball guy and you say, no, you're wrong.
But I'm the journalist.
Yeah,
it's grammatically incorrect. It's RBI.
We can say he has 2 more RBI. But 2 more RBIs makes you sound cooler.
We were receiving 2 phone calls, Will. What did you do?
I don't think anything.
Congratulations. I say once your show is done, you go to Potawatomi, I'll look at the bets, and we roll this into something for today.
What did you break? What, is Brust on the air?
I think he was for a couple seconds.
All right, I gotta go.
You caught us by surprise. I didn't know he was coming down here.
We sure we should make this guy full-time?
I don't know right now. The phone lines are lighting up. And I did not say to call. So there you go.
We're good now.
Good one, Will. That's good. All right. Thanks for stopping in. Ben Brust, host of Kyle Brust and Nortman. That is, that's amazing. That's amazing. What a moment. I've got money. So thank you, Aaron Savali. Thank you, Chicago White Sox. Thank you, Brewers. Best team in baseball. Winning in the NL Central. 2-game lead in the NL Central over the Chicago Cubs after 2 wins. Monday and Tuesday. Going for a sweep today. And it's ridiculous how good they have been against the best teams in baseball. They smoked the Dodgers this season. Complete clean sweep season series. They're going for a sweep today of the other best team in the National League and the team that at one point had I think it was up to like an 8.5 game lead at one point in this season in the NL Central. Crazy turnaround. The World Series good. You're witnessing a World Series good team. I hear Ben Brust on the app in New York. Oh, well. Good stuff out there. No, yeah, a lot of texts. Pretty sure you have a hot mic. I think you have a hot mic. Ben Brust is talking over the commercials. I can hear Ben Brust over the top of the commercials in the national broadcast. Want to apologize to the non-MIA?
I apologize. I did not know Ben was coming on. He
I didn't either.
Here.
I didn't either.
Was not prepared for that.
All right, let's get to Packers training camp. It was such a good move. That was a good moment today. I like good moments. And also, Will, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. I appreciate you doing that.
Doing what? Saying sorry?
No, maybe making a mistake and owning it, number one. But number two,
Yeah.
people know Mr. Relevant's happening now.
Yeah.
So if they were listening on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, so that's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Packers training camp. So Will told me, there's this piece of audio. So Nate Hobbs, the Nate Hobbs situation, we talked about it a little bit on Monday's show. He's been lighting people up, lack of a better term, at Packers training camp. And, he's chalked it up to, hey, man, I'm a football player. It's hard for me to turn it off. It's hard for me to, not be, a football player. I understand it's my own teammates. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. It's not malicious intent. It's hard for me to flip that switch. And LaFleur lit him up, and he went low on Marshawn Lloyd. It sounds like Marshawn Lloyd now a non-contact injury, which we will hear from Goody in a second. But hopefully it's been reeled in. But that was kind of the big story from camp, at least through Monday. Brian Gutekunst met with the media yesterday. Talked about the Nate Hobbs situation, the Marshawn Lloyd situation. Here's Brian Gutekunst on what the heck happened at Monday's practice.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously working through, I think, as he kind of came, around the corner there, he planted to change directions. I think something grabbed on him a little bit, so they're doing the testing now, and I think they'll probably know more today and see where that goes. But
just to clarify, does that mean that the injury was not related to the contact with Nate Hobbs?
Didn't look like it. It looked like as he came into it, yeah.
Okay, so Goody, in theory, backing up Nate Hobbs and saying that it was a non-contact injury for Marshawn Lloyd. Which, still not good, right? Obviously, this is a guy who, they have high hopes for, right? He was a mid-round pick. They drafted him on day 2 last year. He only played in one game last year. Had an emergency appendectomy at some point last season. Had dealt with some other injuries in the offseason and into the regular season. Was put on the PUP list. Didn't really play last year. And that's a guy they wanted to back up Josh Jacobs. He's got the raw talent. During his time in college at both USC, South Carolina, and USC in California, Southern California. And it just sucks, right? It just sucks. So it appeared to be a non-contact injury after review, despite Hobbs going low on him. And he just can't catch a break, which is awful because it's a guy, like I mentioned, you have high hopes for. But it seems like it's just an unfortunate, it's just unfortunate circumstances for Nate Hobbs. And, well, Marshawn Lloyd more so than Nate Hobbs. And Nate Hobbs seemingly didn't play a role despite going low in practice, which you can't do. You can't, especially when you're not in pads. But you shouldn't go low on your running backs. You're not trying to hurt your teammates. So we have not heard officially, unless I've missed it, what's going on